Bam, what's up? So I'm back, and today we're gonna talk about Necalli and his Vskill 2 because apparently, through this whole month when I've been doing my university stuff, what I've been seeing on Twitter is just like Necalli Vskill 2 is cheap, it's broken, it is too good, it is one of the best Vskills in the game, and I agree. Just for the record, I agree. I'm not saying that these people I showed on screen here are wrong. I completely agree, but that doesn't mean it's unbeatable. And I'm just gonna help you guys get started with how you can actually go around beating it, so that you have a better chance when Necalli starts puking all over the screen. So in this video, I'm gonna go over a few characters. I'm gonna go over Urien to start with, my character. Then I'm gonna go over Cammy, Ryu, Karin. That's the 4 characters I'm thinking about using. Sagat, also Sagat. And that's just a list of some characters I've chosen. I went into training mode and I just found out quickly, okay, these characters can beat it this way. So I'm just like going over these characters. So there's like some different characters. And then you can also like use this to think about, okay, if I didn't show your character, what can you do with your character to be able to beat it? So this video is just going to go through some options. I'm going to show you how can I beat Necalli's Vskill 2. So let's get started. And let's just start with Urien. So Necalli Vskill 2. It's a very strong V-skill. I'm not saying it's not. It's very strong, and the reason it's very strong is because it makes you play Necalli's game. As soon as Necalli uses his puke, you have to always have in mind that he can puke, which is very strong. But it's not unbeatable. As you can see, we can do some light pokes. Just like you can poke him out of it. The hurt box is way higher than you actually would think. If you're closer, you can stand light kick. Even stand light punch works. Just like it's not that bad, but there's a lot of risk versus reward with it. If you're too slow, if you're a bit too close and too slow, you're gonna get that. Even if you're just too slow, you're gonna get counter hit. So the risk versus reward for doing these kind of options aren't the greatest. Like you get a poke that does like 60 damage, 50 damage maximum. Maybe 100 if you do the step kick. You can use that at some ranges. And if you fail the punish, you get into a crumble state where you can do a full combo. Not the greatest trade, not the best risk versus your reward. Depending on your characters, now since we are playing Urien can't really jump either. Like the Necalli can DP this. Like it is Urien has to preemptively jump to be able to punish with a jump in. Urien can't jump on reaction and punish. He can EX knee. We're gonna get into that. But you can't. You have to read it and jump if you want to get a jump in punish. So it's pretty damn quick. It's a quick option. Because if you jump on reaction, then Necalli can do a DP. But what can we do? If you think of our special moves, I mentioned EXNE before. But there's an even better option if you're holding charge. So it is a very annoying move. So as I said, the hitbox is way higher than it looks. So Urien can pretty easily, scot-free, do a headbutt over it. Hard punch headbutt. You can even do it like close range. Because if the Necalli gets hit, the V-skill disappears. So that's really great. This works at most ranges. You don't really have to be that quick with it. You have to be kind of quick. But you don't really have to be that quick. If you're holding charge, you're ready for it anyway. So this is a very good option for it because, get the knockdown, you get Oki. It's pretty damn good with Urien. That's a really good option with Urien. As I said, we can also EX knee. I think that was even too slow, if I have to be honest. Oh. I think that was a punish, maybe. But yeah. So that is some different options you can use, but of course it has to be said, when you're using Urien and you're using the headbutt, you have to hold charge, so you have to give up moving around the screen, which is pretty bad, but it doesn't mean we don't have the option. So the best thing you can do with Urien and also with other characters is just cycle through the options I've shown you. Like you don't get the most reward out of the stand medium kick or stand light kick or stuff like that, but it's something when you're moving around the screen and you see him do it, you can stand medium kick like to punish. It is something you can do. If you know he is gonna do it, if you know you're against a Necalli that likes puking a lot, you can hold charge and wait for it and punish. So it's not like we don't have options. we have options, but it's still very strong because, as you can hear me talking about it, we have to play against Necalli, like after like Necalli's pace. We have to give respect to this move because it's so strong. We have to respect it and deal with it to show him that we can deal with it. So neutral becomes very Necalli favored for that reason, and there's a lot of characters that struggle with that because suddenly instead of usually in the Necalli matchup they would control neutral because Necalli has very stubby normals. Now Necalli gets to set the pace with the Vskill 2 because of it. So it is very cheap. It is pretty damn good. Is it broken? I don't know. But anyway, that was Urien. Let's move on to Sagat now. Let's show Sagat. And we're gonna go some speed rounds with the characters now after I've gone over the basics of it. Okay, and here we have Sagat. And the problem with most fireball characters have is they can't really punish it like they usually do with these moves. Like, it is very hard to get, like, you can see, like, your forces, like, you can't really, like, EX fireball it to punish because Necalli as soon as he's done with the animation, he goes into a block animation. There's no, like, recovery on it that way. So basically it goes under the fireball, and if he goes into Necalli, doesn't have any recovery frames on it, so he'll just be able to block as soon as he's done with doing the move. If you are close enough, you can punish it, and I'm pretty sure you can do that with normal real fireballs too. But anyway, so that's why like fireballs usually aren't too good at dealing with it. Like Sagat has the stand medium kick like Urien. He can use stand light kick, but it's not too easy. But the best option, from what I've seen, is Tiger Knee. It's hard to do and talk at the same time, but as you can see, it kind of works kind of like Urien's. But medium kick Tiger Knee is pretty good at... It has both the speed and a range to punish pretty easily. If you get too close, it's hard to use. But if you... like, you have to be in kind of a sweet spot here in the middle. But it's definitely an option you can use if you don't want to do that. But yeah. Sorry, I haven't played fighting games in a month. But yeah. So Sagat's Tiger Knee, pretty damn good option at it. But you have to, again, like, you don't have to be holding charge, but you still have to kind of be ready with it. And here we have Cammy. And Cammy is a bit harder to use because, like, her buttons aren't really that great for it, I'll be honest. Cammy players are gonna, like, you have to be really spacing dependent. But you can use stand medium kick, but it's not as easy as the other characters. What Cammy does have instead is, if you use the Vskill 1, you might not be able to get a punish, but you get into a +2 situation. So every time Necalli does his V-skill, you can do your V-skill and you get a +2 situation. If you want to straight up punish him, this works every time. EX that thing works every time against it. You can't do the normal one, just for reference. It'll trade, and it's not a trade in your favor. But you can use the EX move. And it works. Go through it. Okay, and here we have Karin. And Karin has kind of the same problems as Cammy. Her buttons aren't really that great at punishing it. Like, you have to be really precise with it, so it's very annoying. But one thing she can do with meter is... One thing she can do with meter is... if she's close enough, she needs to be pretty damn close. But it's a guaranteed punish if she's close enough. But Karin is definitely, of the characters I've tested, she's definitely one of the ones that like has a really hard time dealing with this V-skill. Because Karin also has a very floaty jump. You can do it this pretty reliably. As soon as you get into the sweet spot range, this is like something you do every time. But as soon as you move out of the sweet spot range, you either don't get the punish or you get countered. So again, Karin doesn't have the greatest against it. And that's what I mean with, like, it's not a bad V-skill. But there's ways to beat it. But I just wanted to show, like, you know, this might be water is wet for some of you guys, you know, like, oh, he's using projectile invincibility moves to go through the Necalli puke thing. But, you know, you have to use the options you have. And sometimes you have really good options against it, sometimes you don't. But at a certain range, you can use the EX10 code to get through it. And lastly, we'll talk about Ryu. And last, we have Ryu. And Ryu actually has a pretty... I would say it's a pretty decent option. Like, he can actually, like, do this pretty reliably. He can do it very reliably, actually. From a pretty decent range. So... I hope all Ryu players are using this again. Like, he can use, like, his medium kicks and stuff like that. Pretty reliably, too. Like, I think... His medium kick is probably also a pretty decent option. But, like, I can't see why you wouldn't use this every time. Because it beats it all the time. Like, it's actually, like, really good. Like, that's a punish. You just have to be quick enough. But you can't do it. So, like, I know I went quickly through most of the characters, but that's just because I just wanted to say, like, you know, the whole idea with Urien, because he's my main. Then I just wanted to show some different characters, like, you know, there is options to beat it, and there is ways to keep Necallis from, like, you know, using it. So just, like, have it in mind that it's not this unbeatable broken move. It's really cheap and it's really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not unbeatable. And when you're seeing all these people on Twitter talking about the move and how it's cheap and stuff, just don't take it as Necalli now is broken. And I don't, like, I'm not trying to put words in their mouth, but I see some people, you know, like, they react to that tweet and like, yeah, this is so stupid. It's such a good move, and like, I can't beat it, and like, I hate playing Necallis now. And it's just when these guys talk about, you know, a move being cheap, they're still gonna figure out a way to punish it. They're just like, in the grand scheme of it, it is just a really good move. It doesn't mean that it's unbeatable. That's not what they're saying. And I just read some of the response to that tweet, and it just seems like these people are giving up on playing fighting games because of it. Because of Necalli, and like how Necalli is just like this unbeatable force to them now. And I don't think those guys are doing the training mode, but I think the guys that, like, the tweets I showed, I think those guys are doing the trading mode and figuring out, okay, I have punishes, but they're not like, but the punishes aren't good, so it's still cheap. That's just what I want to get out there. I'm not trying to, like, you know, make them look like bad players. I just wanted to, like, you know, to show that with that tweet, you know, this is a move that a lot of people are thinking about and a lot of people are having a hard time against. So I just wanted to show a few options, and I hope you learned something from this. And that's all I wanted to show with this video. Okay, also at the end here, it is not all characters that has good options against this. It isn't. I've been playing a lot of Gil, the new character, and Gil doesn't really have a good option against this Vskill too. He doesn't. Like, he can do EX Lariat when he's decently close, and that's it. Else he has to use, like, just a poke. So it really, like, it is a really strong Vskill against some characters. And just because I've shown, like, a few characters doesn't mean all characters have a good option. I'm just trying to motivate you to at least go into training mode and try to find an option for your character if I haven't shown an option with my characters, with the characters I've just chosen. And that's it. That's all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys liked it. If you do like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you feel like it. Would be nice. I see a lot of people watching my videos, and not a lot of those guys are subscribing. So it would be cool with a subscription if you want to. But that's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Peace.